I'm often asked how to get to the edge of the flat Earth and what is beyond it. I will answer you, and it is your right not to believe me. But you can always check it out if you have the courage, provided, of course, that you have the courage to do it, or if you have balls of steel like my cat, who has not lost a single battle in the neighborhood, where he terrifies his purebred and well-fed brethren every evening. You, like these parodists and moneybags, prefer to sit in your cozy homes and talk from your sofas about the vastness of space and circumnavigation of our Earth. Since childhood, along with porridge, you have been drummed into that the Earth is a sphere, and beyond its orbit lies the boundless universe, and this has long been proven, and it cannot be argued with. And now you can't even imagine that there's an edge to all of this, and it's very close. Just a few thousand kilometers away, you will find yourself at the edge of our flat Earth farm, where we are raised like Christmas turkeys for mass slaughter. How do you like that perspective, my armchair scientist? You, who indulge in the hope that soon our brave astronauts, under the starry striped flag, on the wings of their shuttles, will set out to conquer the depths of space and search for kindred minds. Haven't you grown tired of hearing this NASA and government nonsense every day? Wake up, you're under the dome and you've always been under it. You can't even lift your behind from the couch after a hearty dinner and a couple of beer bottles. But in your cholesterol-clogged brain from countless hamburgers and hot dogs, a spark of doubt has taken root. What if these crazy flat earthers are right and I live on a flat Earth? And this thought sends a cold shiver down your spine. That's all, you have contracted this virus and there is no pill or vaccine for it. Because it is a truth virus and it has devoured your zombie brain, leaving only an empty skull. Now you can reboot, your consciousness is a blank slate, and you can adequately perceive information. Listen up. It seems simple enough. Take a compass and go, drive, sail, or fly due south, and you'll be in Antarctica. There, a couple of 100 kilometers on snowmobiles. And there it is, the edge of the Earth and the base of the dome itself. According to the theory, that's how it is, but in practice, it's not so straightforward. Do you think you're the only smart one? The entire perimeter of our flat prison is guarded, as well as the legendary Alcatraz. In addition to the harsh weather conditions that exist there all year round, endless ice and snow deserts, impassable mountain ranges, and bottomless abysses, there is also a solid armed United Nations Guard, which even the French Legion or the Russian Airborne Group cannot compare with. You will be refused when you approach Antarctica at a distance of less than 2,000 nautical miles. If you do not have a pass, at best you will be arrested, and at worst you may be liquidated. Your sea or aircraft sunk, declared a storm incident. The entire coastal territory of Antarctica is a cemetery for daredevils like you. And if you manage to slip through countless military checkpoints and make your way deep into Antarctica during the polar night, you will fall into the hands of the Guardians themselves, those who have been guarding the borders of the flat Earth from restless people for centuries, like beetles trying to escape from a terrarium. You don't want to know who these keepers are. One thing I can say, they are a race of untouchable and cursed demigods. In our myths, they are called by different names: angels, demons, jinn, and other dark forces. You will not be able to hide from them in the icy desert of Antarctica. Therefore, it is not recommended to go straight. You need to find alternative routes. Where can I find them, you ask? I have the answers. Have you heard, my friend, about the carefree continent on the other side of the Earth? The joyful homeland of kangaroos and dingoes, beautiful Australia. Of course you've heard, but it's not a continent at all. It's a giant peninsula that connects to Antarctic snowfields. It is a place where the United Nations provides logistical support to the entire Antarctic security system by transporting all the necessary equipment over land. Of course, Australia is guarded as well as any military base. It is fenced and surrounded by barbed wire, and mounted armed patrols guard these perimeters. However, you can fly there officially, posing as a tourist or migrant, and get lost somewhere on the coast. Then, in the local darknet, find a closed group of stalkers. If you earn their trust, They may want to take you for a ride around the edges of the flat Earth for a substantial sum. How about this option? What awaits you in this case? I can tell you without going into details. This is a multi-day journey through the wild Australian lands, usually at night. Then, in the border zones, a long journey through the old abandoned underground utilities, the remains of cities destroyed centuries ago. And finally, it floats to the surface far into the depths of Antarctica. You think you will encounter even more icy deserts. But no, you will be surprised by the mild, warm climate, the paradox of the real Antarctica. Yes, the weather changes after crossing a certain zone of the Antarctic ring. The closer to the edge of the flat Earth, the warmer it gets, the heat comes from the dome. And if luck is on your side, you will get to the edge of the Antarctic ring and think that this is the edge of the Earth. But let me disappoint you. This is not the end, this is just the beginning. You will be greeted by an endless, warm, calm ocean. These are the so-called outer waters of our Earth. Many brave souls went to swim across them, and many never returned, but those who did return told amazing stories. Beyond these outer oceans are 27 huge continents, 2 suns and 4 moons revolve above them. There is no night, only eternal day. Happy people live in beautiful cities where there's no poverty, disease, wars, or other woes of our world. And for those brave enough to cross the entire ocean, they are lucky to see the dome itself and its base, to touch it. It's truly the heavenly firmament, harder than diamond, unscratchable by any tool. It extends infinitely into the depths of the ocean and rises infinitely upward. What lies beyond it? No one knows. No one has ventured beyond it yet.